All right, let's do this, everyone. We are starting this Freaky Friday market open stream, and it is looking actually fairly bullish here. So welcome, everyone. Welcome. Make sure you are hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, dinging the bell to be notified whenever I go live. And I just want to make sure that everything is looking good, is sounding good. Let's see. Oh, hold on. I think my mic is like super low. There we go. Is that better? All right, now my microphone is good. All right, so we got the market open. It's 9:30. Market open here. We were pumping up a little bit pre-market open, but we were watching the futures, and we're kind of been correlating a bullish green open on the futures pre and checking the futures of, say, gold and silver, and also the S&P and the NASDAQ. And so the markets in terms of gold is going up and the VIX is going up. So in terms of a flippening into uncertainty where we're going into gold, we're going into commodities, we're going into things like silver as well. The silvers, like silver futures, is up 2%. So like I was telling you guys, the precious metals market is going up. Tech stocks and things like that have the affiliation with China are getting hit. We've had some pressure, obviously, with the tariffs, but we've had the 90-day pause. You can kind of see here how the market is looking overall. You can see, Google, Microsoft, Apple, NVIDIA, things like that have been hit. But then there are some stocks that are in the green. But overall, you can see here S&P 500 over the past 5 days. Or this is the ETF Trust. Trending down a little bit, but we're coming back up. Let's see how the S&P opened. Let's check it. Point of control on the S&P right now is at 5,270. We got a nice retest of this level here. And I think the fact that we didn't break down super hard yesterday, that we could get a one final push going into the weekend, and we can do actually this W pattern. So yesterday, if you guys were watching, the live stream, I did 2 of them. So we were actually pretty bullish on both of the live streams, and we were trying to really eye these specific levels that Bitcoin was respecting, and it was basically this bounce zone. And we want to show you on the Coinbase chart where this zone was, because it was just like, it was key support here. And the fact that we didn't fully roll over, because this could have been a fake out and a dead cat bounce. Right here, we could have bounced, and then the next level that could have happened was the 77,200. So the fact that we didn't do that, we traded on that confirmation, and you can see here that we created this Bart Simpson pattern, only to then inverse Bart right back to the upside. And so now what we're experiencing is another winning W pattern forming on the chart here, especially with a nice bullish market open. And I think Bitcoin is being very heavily correlated with gold right now. So it's almost like, what are the safe havens? There's not very many safe havens right now, and crypto and Bitcoin is becoming one of those. Now, you'd say that not all crypto is a safe haven. Obviously, if you're in some shit coins or altcoins, you're down bad. But if you had been in Bitcoin this whole time, you're probably not down as bad. So this is just showing that even the retail, the financial institutions, across the board are actually pivoting into Bitcoin being a safe haven against a debasing currency, fiat currencies, across the world. And there's some interesting correlations to this, with the money supply and also the Bitcoin return here. You can see that when global M2 money supply starts to crank up, then this is when we're going to get a injection into the markets, the stock market. Where else are they going to put all this freshly printed money, and how are they going to figure out this deficit here? Well, I think China's just going to print. They have no other choice but to inject some stimulus because they don't want their stock market to crash and bleed. You know, with all of these tariff negotiations happening right now, I think if both countries are smart, America and China will make a deal. There won't be any kind of, you know, back and forth threats. Like, for instance, you know, there was a comment, I think, I don't know if this is a true comment from, let's see. It was from, yeah, Justin. China says the United States is weaponizing tariffs as a tool of bullying and corrosion, turning itself into a joke. I don't know if that's because the thing is, it feels like all these comments that are being made by China are probably not real comments, and they're actually really wanting to make a deal. But the media is painting this narrative that like China's not backing down and they're gonna blah blah blah. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna go contrary on that and say like that's just the media narrative, and really there is actually deals being made, and we just need to hopefully be on the right side of those deals. All right, so 11 minutes ago, we had Donald Trump say, we are doing really well on our tariff policy. Very exciting for America and the world. It is moving along quickly. Does seem like it's moving along pretty quickly. All right, so we're getting a nice pump on Bitcoin. We're respecting levels, and what's great. Oh, did we already hit our take profit? Dang, we already hit our take profit? Dang! I didn't think we were going to hit it that quick. Did we hit take profit on Sol? Oh, we hit take profit on Sol. I was like, where did our Sol trade go? Our Sol trade just, I guess, started running. We had a Sol trade open, and we just hit right in this level. We had this V-shaped recovery, and we said, look, you know, we're going to probably hit some resistance up here at that 119, 120 range. And you can see here that we actually got an entry right at the exact bottom here, right at the exact bottom. At $109 on Sol. And then you can see here where we just smacked into the take profit for that particular trade. Amazing. Amazing. So we're getting very, very close to hitting our goal here and our evaluation for the breakout prop fund. And shout out to CryptoFace. Shout out to CryptoFace for promoting this, because we were actually for a while been wanting to see if we could pass an evaluation for a prop fund and improve to ourselves that we can be a successful trader. And so we're doing this right now, baby. We're doing it right now, but it's not all what it's cracked up to be. You got to practice proper risk management. Didn't mean I didn't close any trades, or I just got into them and oh cool, everything worked out. No, I've had to watch these. I've had to make sure my stop losses are tight. I've had to make sure that if any time these markets are going to turn against me, that I'm prepared accordingly. And this is what an important part of this channel is, actually telling you guys the strategy, telling you the proper risk management, and showing you where I've made the mistakes and how I've adjusted to really get aggressive in the profit taking of the trading game here, because you have to be aggressive sometimes, and you have to not break your rules, and you have to stay diligent. And also you have to hit the like button. If you don't hit the like button, I don't know what else I can tell you to do or encourage you to do besides stick with your plan, have a strategy, hit the like button. And we will go to Valhalla together. But let's look at what's happening here, because this is great. We really bounced out of this point of control. We respected these levels really well. You can see here we had a really nice bullish candle coming in. This is very interesting. So I'd love to smack gold in here. Let's see, new price scale. Look at this. Basically, Bitcoin is following gold. Like, gold and Bitcoin are trading alongside each other. You can maybe even go and add in silver. I'd love to add in silver as well. Maybe silver's futures. We'll do Coinbase Silver's derivatives futures. Yeah, I just feel like silver. I have this intuition, this instinct on silver. I'm feeling something with silver. All right, we just had two nice big engulfing green candles here. We're hitting some resistance. But we have some volume coming in though. We could definitely sustain this. Is basically I think Bitcoin right now could be trying to run up to its previous 200-day moving average, which was actually 86,000. Was it 86? Where's the 200-day? Let's see. Let's go the 4-hour. There we go. So yeah, so the 200-day moving average is sitting at 87, but you can see here we're just trying to trade back up into this point of control, which is at 83.7. We got 83.7, which is basically the top of this range where we just did this really nice W pattern. We're retested. We had that Bart Simpson play out. This was the announcement of the 90-day tariff pause. Stock market booms. Then we had a flag sell. This was basically a trap. If you think about it, this was a nice bull flag trap to then Bart Simpson us into bouncing right off of this key zone, because you can see it. This was the bounce zone. So a lot of people were kind of bearish right here at 78.6, and you can see how it was easy to feel bearish right here, but I was leaning more on the bullish side for us to get a nice recovery. And for the last chance, I think people maybe felt left out of the pump here. So I think over through this period, just 24 hours, that the sellers got exhausted and we had some more buyers coming in, and especially people that already made a bunch of money on this previous move here just bought right back in here, just waiting on the cool off. Just waiting on that cool off. But that was a really nice soul scalp here. We did really well on that. We've been actually doing this consistently in the past 24 hours. We were catching the exact bottoms of these particular coins. Like we got the exact bottom of Fart Coin here. You can see here entry right there at the bottom, sold right at the top, and then right at the bottom here, bought, sold at the top. Close to the top, man. I thought this thing was going to cool off a little bit more, but it just kept going up to 92 cents. I was like, what is happening here? It's just insane. Just absolutely insane. But we are hitting a little bit of resistance here on Bitcoin, but no big deal. You can see here on the bigger time frame on the 4-hour where we're you can see we're respecting some ranges here. So now that we're above this 81.6 and we have a point of control right at this line, you can see we had been downtrending. If you look on a longer scale, we've just been downtrending from that previous high. It's been pretty brutal. But now it looks like there could be some hope. We were at least hit this line, trade back up into the point of control, smack into the Bollinger Band. You can kind of all see in it line up right here. You see this area. This is a high interest area. There's high value nodes, high interest area here. We have volume. So I'm eyeing this level. I'm eyeing this level, at least for the short term here. Let's see how the resistance holds. And if we can flip it into support and we can crush this 200-day moving average. Because if we can break here, then we're eyeing this. So good morning, everyone. We wanted to do a market open stream. I know we didn't start at 11. That's our normal time that we start is 11 a.m. But we wanted to try and catch the market open and show you that we are bullish and that we are, luckily we were on the right side of the market. I think we were on the wrong side a few too many times here and was just getting chopped up. So we had to just go back to the drawing board here. Remember our rules. Remember that, it can happen sometimes, but as long as you really practice your risk management and you have a strategy and a plan and you have key areas where what you are going to make in your trade and you know exactly what you're going to lose. It's not a mystery. It's not like, oh my God, what happened? No, if you have a stop loss set here, I know if this doesn't play out, I'm going to lose a projected loss of $17. I can even go as far as now, because I'm in profit, I can set it at break even. Now, I'm not going to lose anything. Now, the trade is I'm not going to lose anything at all. I can do the same thing here on my SUI trade. I think I already did that. So you can see here, I'm in profit, but I have the stop loss set at break even. I can even bring my take profit or my stop loss into profit, just in case it starts to really turn down and I want to scalp, 10, however much is in the position. But it's looking pretty good. All right, so how's everything sounding? Does my mic sound okay? Is the music too loud? I know you could probably maybe don't even know if you can hear it, but I have a little bit of music playing in the background. Let's see who's here. Not a lot of people, but it's okay. Let's see who's streaming. It's always tough because a lot of my viewers actually are viewers of other channels, and I feel like they just come in here to be nice. So they're like, all right, we'll come in here and we'll watch it for a little bit, but we really want to be in, everyone else's streams. But that's okay. I'm not going to. Won't give you a hard time. But let's see who's streaming. We got Randy Hipper. We got Alexo Crypto streaming. We got Cryptos RS streaming. We got J Chain streaming. Everyone's streaming. We can at least come in and say hi to Randy. Hello. We are streaming as well. All right. Look at this. Okay, so I want to show you guys this. This is really amazing. Fartcoin is breaking out of a textbook cup and handle pattern. And you can see it just doesn't even show any signs of stopping. And if you look, it's really actually respecting the depth of the cup here on the handle and the breakout. And if Bitcoin continues and we actually are going to clear this resistance right here, then the next target would be up past $1. It's sitting at 88 cents right now. It just cleared up almost to $1, hit resistance at 92, but it's continuing its momentum in volume. This is insane. So I might actually long Fartcoin again and ride it up to this $1.14 because this thing is just crushing it. I'm not going to deny it. It's crazy. It's pretty crazy, like how much this coin has been following against Bitcoin. Just shows that you don't have to be the smartest guy in the room, and you don't want to hold your farts. It's pretty ridiculous. But this is how you're going to have to trade this market. You're going to have to be bullish Bitcoin, bullish Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu, and bullish Fartcoin. And then you can have a good laugh. You can have a good laugh at how those coins somehow are outperforming Chainlink and AVAX and all those things. All right. We got 6 people in. Okay, starting to get some people in. They're starting to trail in. They're starting to trickle in. But what you have to do is you have to hit the like button. If you don't hit the like button, YouTube's not going to reward me. They're not going to reward you. They stop the rewards. They just cut everyone off. But you have to hit the like button. It is free. There's no KYC for the like button. And it is the only way that this channel is going to survive. I've noticed that other channels, when they get more likes, the subscribers come in, the algorithm works for them, you have to hit the like button. So I think the biggest reason why my channel has not blown up yet is not because I suck. It's not because my voice is annoying. It's not because I'm this or that or that or that or whatever I might tell myself in my head. No, it's actually freaking not hitting the like button enough. I have videos that I know are good videos. No one's hitting the like button. Lazy thumbs. You'll start to try and convince yourself like, oh, do I just suck? Like, no, I don't suck. People's ability to hit the like button might be up for question. But other than that, let's go. Moonman Alpha says Bean Coin will change the world. Let's go. Moonman Alpha, let's go. Yeah, speaking of Bean Coin, we're selling bags for at a discount, and you can get some Bean Coin right now for $18. And if you put in the offer code Dano, you get a discount. So then you're getting even more of a discount. So check that out. Link in the description. Let's see how the stock market's looking. Okay, yep, we're getting a nice little, long fart. But let's actually, oh my gosh, guys, look at this. I've been telling you guys about those Solana DEX tokens. These Solana DEX protocol tokens will surprise you. Look at this, Orca up 50%, man. Holy crap. That might be Radium is on its way. Like Orca, you got to remember, Orca is the second leading liquidity provider for tokens on the Solana blockchain. So you got to think about like tokens like Jupiter, Radium, Orca. What's some other DEX Solana protocol tokens? I'm probably missing some, but those are the main ones. If you're generating revenue by fees and trading fees and the liquidity fees and all that stuff, like your coin might go up. It's kind of like when we had DeFi season and DeFi summer in 2020 and 2021. That was how Pancake Swap and Sushi Swap or whatever swap and all those things, those things were pumping. I'm gonna check the longs and the shorts. Let's see how the longs and the shorts are looking. We have, oh man, there's a lot of people long right now. Cumulative long leverage up in the up in the 100x is just insane. Everyone's 100xing this market right now. That's funny. Not a lot of shorts. There's some shorts that are high up in the 25, 50, 100x leverage, but way more on the long side of going full degen. Look at that. Full degen. This is on Binance. You can see that the traders here right now, we are primarily long. It looks like even the whales are not wanting to get caught on the wrong side of any type of move right now. Because on the 4 hour, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles. We have volume. We could be respecting this level right here, trying to just eye that 200-day moving average. Something that I also saw I'll tell you guys, last night and just kind of through the night, I was noticing that Bitcoin was, the Bollinger Bands were getting squeezed. I might have made a post about it. Did I make a post about it? Let me see. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So look, I was saying, look, when the Bollinger Bands do this, like, and you can see it on the 5-minute and even on maybe like the 15 or 45, when the Bollinger Band starts to get real tight and squeeze like that, it's like the sellers are eventually going to get exhausted at that point, and then there's going to be a pop. It's almost like it gets squeezed enough, and then it ranges, and then boom, it starts to go. So we saw that pattern, and sure enough, it ended up doing that. Yeah. So it looks like Fartcoin. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to, I'm not even trying to shill Fartcoin. I don't even own any Fartcoin, but trading Fartcoin right now could be the easiest gains because it keeps respecting Bitcoin and pumping more than anything right now against Bitcoin. It's crazy. But let's go. We got XYO, super bullish move, 26%. We got ticker Bitcoin up 16%. We got a lot of our coins up. The strong coins up. I love it. Solana at 120. We're getting very close to achieving our goal here. So if you're wondering what this is and what this dashboard is, now this is breakout prop. Now CryptoFace has been promoting this because what you can basically do is if you can pass an evaluation of getting your account equity up to $5,500, then you can become a funded trader. And you're given the same type of rules. Basically, you can't have any max drawdowns or breach your account because then your account will be disabled. But if you can keep your account from breaching and you can also, you're protecting the funds, you get to keep 90% of the profits and you do a 90-10 split. And it's actually pretty cool because if you think about it, once you actually pass the evaluation, you're not using your money. And you can cash out. So I'm very interested in this because at a point where you start, if you've used your own money trading and you've lost it, it hurts. When you're using someone else's money, might not hurt as much. But for instance, like here you go, so CryptoFace said in 2 days I took $800, passed evaluation and locked in $5,300 with breakout prop, hammering 1 steps left and right. If you're a normal person trying to trade without risking your life and savings on Chinese leverage trading, man, use this, please. It's so much better. And I've kind of noticed, now that I'm figuring out the platform, I really do like it. And it's very simple. It's very to the point. You can, once you start playing around with it, it's pretty easy to navigate. And for instance, you add your charts right here. And from these charts that you add, say Bitcoin, if I want a long or short, a sell or buy. And speaking of that, we got the market doing some stuff right now. So let's actually go back onto Bitcoin because we're hitting some resistance. We're hitting some resistance. We're hitting some resistance. Let's see, we got some moving average crosses. We're still in the game here. I think we're still in the game. We bounced really nice off that point of control. But if I'm looking at the 4 hour, this is a nice bullish momentum for sure, especially with the, you know, with the stock market open. It opened I don't know. I guess it opened in the red here. Or no, it went up a little bit. Definitely hitting some resistance. We got to that 83.3. Ooh, we're getting a nice little some dumpage here. Ooh, it's getting a little nasty. Woo! It's getting nasty right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Make sure you guys are checking out the links in the description. Terrified. Are you terrified right now? Terrified? Is there any other breaking tariff news? Great support here for Fartcoin with a big limit order coming up. Might spend a bit of time in this range and could be a good tight. Huh? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was saying the same thing. There we go. Any breaking news? Any breaking news? Okay, Chinese president says there are no winners in tariff wars. Going against the world will only lead to self-isolation. All right, the House and Senate should push hard for more daylight at the end of the day. Very popular, and most importantly, no more changing of the clocks. A big inconvenience, and for our government, a very costly event. All right. Anything else? BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says U.S. is very close to recession and may be in one now. Cool, buy more Bitcoin. Why are we selling Bitcoin? Stop it. Let's pump it. I don't want to show any signs of any breaks pumping right now. But, oh my gosh, look at this thing. Telling you guys. Freaking Fartcoin. What the heck? Textbook bull flag breakout, and also, if you're looking at the daily, is sitting in a super bullish cup and handle pattern retest. You can see here from the point where it just broke out of the cup and handle, we have another 275% to the upside to go. This is crazy. I mean, I don't know what other chart looks as bullish as this right now. That's this type of narrative or a meme coin. It's pretty crazy. But like I said, I'm not going to fight it. I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to accept what it is. So we have some obvious areas that we want to eye for this coin, and we're probably going to go long. We're going to show you the 4-hour time frame, so you can kind of see from this standpoint, why we would be eyeing these levels right now, because of the obvious respected levels here. Go to the daily, get it a little more tighter so you can see. I mean, once it breaks this resistance, if it just needs to break this resistance line. You can see it. It's just like once it can break that, then we're gonna be flying. Farts are gonna be flying everywhere. We gotta watch it though. Gotta watch it. Could be some swingy volatility here. Honestly, to tell you the truth, Emmanuel, I don't freaking know anything about the bonds market or the treasuries market. I haven't studied it. I probably need to sit down and really actually do a deep dive into how the treasuries and the bonds actually work. I understand that it's all based in debt. So a bond is basically a loan that is servicing. It's just debt. It's all just debt. In my mind, I really just want to make it simple. You could have the PPI, CPI, the whatever, and all this stuff and all these numbers. I feel like at the end of the day, it does not matter. The only thing that you need to understand is that at some points, the government tightens and makes everything expensive. They bring rates up, prices of everything goes up. It is basically a back and forth playbook where they inject liquidity in, they print, and it's been kind of like this since we've gotten off any type of gold standard or anything that has to do with backing a dollar. Because if we minted 40, 50% of the money supply that is in circulation right now in the past 4 years, it's not backed by anything. It's just debt. It's just a deficit. It's just a inflation in the money supply. And not by supply and demand, not by like, oh, okay, all these things went up in price because said something like there was a storm or there was like an actual like thing that caused prices to go up. But if it's monetary policy that has made prices of things go up, it's because they put too much freaking money in the damn supply. And they just printed it to infinity. So all you need to know is that all their little paper shuffling is just so they can just distract you from the fact that like that's just what the game is. It's like, who cares about the treasury bonds and the freaking whatever? The country's in massive debt. The only way that they're gonna be able to get out of it is to probably go heavy gold and Bitcoin. That's it. Heavy gold, Bitcoin, produce GDP, higher GDP out of America, start less importing and more exporting out, and actually make these deals with the countries. So that's it. That's all you have to think about. You don't have to think about these freaking rates and blah blah blah. Like, just know that they're gonna keep printing the money. They're gonna keep shuffling their papers. They'll keep shuffling the papers and make you think that they're not trying to exit out of their own little Ponzi scheme that they created. The only way out is through Bitcoin. I really truly believe that. I mean, what and gold. Gold's always been that safe haven. But what are you going to do if they end up finding a major gold supply somewhere? All of a sudden, they're just like, oh, the gold. Oh, we found all the Fort Knox gold. We had more than we thought. I don't know. But the Bitcoin, though. With the Bitcoin, you can't make any more of that. And they're trying to gaslight you into thinking that like, oh, these they just want to get you to they're not even trying to get you to buy it. That's what's hilarious. If they were really trying to gaslight everyone into eventually adopting Bitcoin so then they can control the world or whatever, or make it, I don't know what kind of conspiracy you might think is happening here. But they're doing a great job of convincing people to not buy it because no one owns Bitcoin. Anyone that I talk to, they don't own Bitcoin. They're not like, oh, I got to rush to buy some Bitcoin. All the while, you got billionaires that are connected with insiders in the government buying Bitcoin, and you're telling me that that's not where the money's going? That's not where this liquidity's going? This trash fiat crap that they just print? They can literally just print it with central banks? Come on. Where else can it go? Yes, you can buy real estate, but then that also, the real estate market is jumpy. And, you know, we see what happens with that. Let's destroy the likes. I know I started super early, but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep this party rolling. We're showing you the progress of our prop fund trading challenge here. Vine coin is Vine. I would love to. I want to short something that I would love to short something. I think Vine coin might be the one. No. But we can check Vine. Where's our DEX? DEX screener. Is Vine starting to pick up some steam again? Oh, dang, yeah, I guess it did. Dang, went up like 40%. Okay, past hour. But this thing was this thing got crushed. It was like it ran up to $500 million market cap and then just got sold off so hard. But yeah, look at this. Fartcoin's liquidity is insane. Look at the liquidity. There's 20 million in liquidity. It's like the highest liquidity token on Solana right now, and it's getting back up to $1 billion market cap. This is just crazy. I had this charted too. It's funny. I was like, this thing's about to get back up to $1 billion. If it breaks out, I had the cup and handle pattern marked on here too. Dang. This is wild. It really is eyeing this. It's really trying to respect this level here. But we just got to watch Bitcoin's volatility because it is swinging around. Ooh. Where'd the chart go? Dang. We might just get in a quick scalp on this one because it is respecting these levels really, really nice. And like we were saying, this thing is trading up into $1.14. Looks like we're breaking this resistance right here, creating support and leading up to $1.14. Smash up the likes if you're trading this momentum right now. If you want to trade, you want to buy spot, you want to do perps, you want to get bonuses, use the links in the description. And these are my favorite exchanges right now, especially like my top exchange right now is OURBIT. They're so bullish on the markets and they do a really good job. And also they're airdropping their token. So if you do these challenges, you can actually get their airdrop. And right now I've claimed like over 20,000 or so tokens of the airdrop. And so I want you guys to start claiming your rewards and your airdrops as well. All right, we're starting to get some resistance. We're kind of rolling over on Bitcoin here. So I said we have to watch Bitcoin as we're trading. If we're trading any altcoins at all, we want to have a finger on the dial with what Bitcoin's doing here in the short term. You can even go into like the 2-minute time frames and kind of see how they're shaking people. They're shaking traders. Right here is how they just what they like to do sometimes is they'll get you bullish engulfing. Profits taken, draws down. It cools off, and then it seems like what they do is they like to shake it. They go like this. They're like, they shake the people out, shake them out a little bit. They might even shake them out enough to right down into this level. They might even shake you into 81.8. As you can see it, you can see how they do it with these candles. Boom, wick, down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And the only way that you can trade into this and say, okay, and if you're looking at the Bollinger Band, you can see a key moving average indicator right here at 82.7. If it starts to hit this band and then it slides, you can see an obvious level of where we just bounced from 81.6. No volume, could slide. All right. Yeah, stocks whipsaw after wholesale inflation reports, gold climbs, and dollar falls as China hikes tariffs. And it says U.S. stocks are at their cheapest in nearly 18 months, why earnings season holds the key on whether to buy. And this is interesting. So USD is falling because Japan is selling US treasuries, which makes the yen rise in relation to the Chinese yuan. So China has room to reinflate its economy. US treasuries spiking as Japan sells, but Federal Reserve stands ready to deal with that problem by buying the treasuries if necessary, and inflation plunging. This sounds exactly like what Raul Paul was saying and have been assuring us would happen for months, despite how crazy it sounded. If true, this is the greatest macro call ever. Yeah, it looks like they're rolling us down. Yep, they're rolling it down, baby. They're rolling it down. So what we can do here is go ahead and we're gonna close the trade in profit. So we close that, and then we're gonna also check the SUI chart. We're gonna check the SUI chart and see how that's looking, because we really would love to hit our take profit on this particular one, but it seems like without a key signal and some momentum and breakout right here, you know, it's looking like it might take a little time to get there. But we got money on the table right now, and if we want to just be aggressive, like we said, you know, it's just like money's money, and it's on the table. So you can see some really nice bounce zones right here, though, but also could go to 81.86. 81.86 is a nice bounce zone, but if this is going to be a nice bounce, look at that wick, man. Ugh. We got two levels. We got 81.6 and 80,009. Okay. This is also breaking down a little bit too. So the altcoins, obviously, they move with Bitcoin. We haven't checked ETH. Let's see how ETH is doing. ETH looks like could be trapping some people here. Really nice entry though, right at 1400. You can see ETH did that same pattern, but it went down a lot more drastic and didn't do a bar because like Bitcoin kind of went up and did this. Bitcoin did slide up, but then it chopped like this a little bit and then went down. See, Ethereum went down a lot harder, but still did the same bounce. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just take the money here. We're going to close this position and we're going to be happy with what we did here today. And last night we were really aggressive with our trades. We could have been even we could have gone a little bit more risk on, but we took some risk off by closing trades fully, and we had our stop losses and take profits really tight. You know, we wanted to make sure we hit the levels just in case the market turned against us. And that, my friends, is more more of a success than going for the big win. Like, oh, Fartcoin, yeah, I could have already accomplished probably the $500 goal. But I wasn't guaranteed that. So I still, in that, battled against that greed. I battled against going against my strategy that I've set, and I know these rules, and it's worked in my favor. So now I'm literally, I am $160 away from passing this valuation, and I will, because I'm doing this, because I'm practicing proper risk management. I just showed you and told you some real freaking alpha. Everyone's always wondering, where's the alpha? There's the freaking alpha. Just follow your plan and strategy, and if you stick to it, you'll be successful. The moment you fall off and you notice that when you fell off, you didn't do it, that's when you lost. You just proved to yourself that your strategy freaking works. You just proved to yourself that it works. And you don't need anyone else to give you confirmation. But the fact that you didn't do it and you lost. So it's as simple as that. Giga Long Bottom. Nice. I love that name. Daza. Dang it. I just subbed and I missed the alpha. Well, the alpha that I'm talking about is the ability to follow your plan and your strategy. So what I did to get my account up to this $318 was that I had very key levels that I wanted to get in. So I noticed that we were getting a nice recovery off of this bottom, say for Sol. Okay. At the moment that I put in these trades, I immediately had set a stop loss and a target of where I wanted to take profit. Okay. And all I did was I had patience and moved my stop losses along with the trade. So because when I entered here, my stop loss was like here. Because I saw the other recent candle here. I was like, I saw these levels. Okay, here, right there, and the stop loss at like 5-10%. I had a clear target of where I wanted to take profit. So here's my take profit. I took it right there. And I did the same thing for Bitcoin a few different times in these entries. You can see here, I actually went into a trade here and noticed that it was going to go to a downturn. And instead of shorting, I just said, you know what? I'm just going to exit out all trades. I'm going to wait for confirmation that that we're getting a bounce here. I bought, knowing that this pattern could have rolled over as a dead cat bounce. So I moved my stop loss to break even and then take profit. But I took profit. Then you can see here, look, enter 79, 79 right here. Then I entered back in at 79.7, and you can see I very aggressively took the profit at the top of the range here. Same here, here. I was just setting key targets and knowing if the market goes against me, I have a plan. I have a strategy. I'm not going to get caught off guard by the move. Put a 1 in the chat if this is helping you. Put a 1 in the chat if you are actually trading. Man, Orca just started flying. So did XYO. Ooh, Soul is getting a nice little. Yeah, Giga Longbottom said, know your key levels and set your stop losses. Frankie Candles is goated. Yeah, so yeah, another great TA, technical analysis trader and day trader, Frankie Candles. You got key levels, you have volume nodes and point of controls and things that are pretty respected in the ranges, and as long as you can follow those range patterns and know that sometimes they can be invalidated, then you can work with the market. You can work with the market. And it really is just those small compounding gains that do make the difference. It's not really about the big wins. You can get the big wins, and you can do like a kind of a macro, a macro send on a particular trade. But if you're wanting to day trade, it's just like 1%, 2% moves. And if you have an account that's $5,000 and you're risking 10% of your account, you don't even need to put in. You could say, all right, I'm going to put in $1,000 or a $500 trade on a 1% move. At that point, it doesn't matter what the leverage is. At that point, it doesn't actually really matter what the leverage is, as long as you have like we said, like a set level of where you're wanting to, of what you want to make, where you're wanting to take the profit, and how much you're willing to lose. So how much are you willing to lose to then, how much are you willing to risk to then get that amount? And especially if you're like, say, look, I'm willing to risk this to make this, but once I'm out of the waters of risking the, say, $100, because if you have a $1,000 trade at a 10x leverage on a 1% move, it goes down 1%. Now it's down or up 10%, whichever direction you just went. And so if you're willing to lose that $100 or however much, once you're out of those waters of risking that $100 and you're up, say, 5% or the trade is now up, you can set your stop loss at break even. Then you're really in the game. Then you've just done the playbook of capital preservation and risk management. You knew how much you were willing to lose. You're not surprised by it. You know the plan. You're willing to stick to it. The stop loss is meant to stop the loss. Bitcoin could be getting a nice bounce here. 81.7, man, 81.4 would have been nice, but it's looking good though. We're looking at some entries from that drawdown. We're looking at entries from that drawdown. We still have some time. I mean, it's 10:30. My gosh. We have to keep up on the time here because we can't stream for too long. We have to actually we're gonna have to end it in 30 minutes. So we can only go for another 30 minutes. But we're gonna show you some entries here, show you the levels that we're watching. We did get a nice bounce off of this. We almost hit 81. We almost hit that 81.2. Let's look at the Coinbase chart. Yeah, that 80. Yeah, we were looking at that 80. It looked like, oh man, it bounced right off that Bollinger 20 SMA. Bounced off that 20 SMA here. I still think we have a good case that we could be trying to test this, try and break that 83 here. Yeah, it's possible. Got some decent high nodes still right here. Got a little exhausted right here, but possible that we missed the bottom. No problem. Now we can have some clear targets of where we'd like to go. Maybe we're right back to 83.3. Yeah, it looks like it. We're going to limit 65, 63. Just don't want to get faked out here. We're gonna have a clear entry with volume, and we break this. We had two different tests here on this line. This is a nice bounce line on 88.1 or 81.8. $83 through 363. We're gonna do price 83.3 Okay, 81 not, man, might have to market this, but I'd hate to market it, but because it's starting to go. Oh yeah, is it breaking that? Looks like it. Fill price was 81.860. Okay, not too bad. All right, so okay, so I set my stop loss. Projected stop loss was 26. I'm going to make it even tighter. I only want to lose a little bit. I only want to lose just a very, very short amount. To then make 63. Should get us back a little bit in the game here. Let's check our other coins. Let's check Sol. Sol had a nice retest here. But also we got to remember that fart coin was what we were eyeing as well. To break out into that dot. I mean, it looks like it's eyeing. It's got some really, really good bullish momentum. So we might do this as well, but we're going to really be super tight on this one. We're going to projected stop loss is only literally at like $6 or at like $11 here, and then we'll do a take profit at. We want to do it at price. We want to do it at that dollar. It looks like it's wanting to just crush up to $1. So we're going to do $1. Really tested with this wick, that 92 cents, maybe even 92 cents. We could do 92.0, 92, 93 cents, 92. Just try. Yeah, we can try that. All right, so we're going to also market this. We're coming in at a market order, current price at 87.988. Okay. Bitcoin is looking strong. Okay. All right, we got the stop loss set real tight. Got to keep this momentum. We got to break this. But we do have our our stop losses set, our take profits. We have clear path entries of where we'd like to go, and now that we are in profit, we're going to do exactly what we just said we wanted to do. Like what we're practicing is now we're not going to lose any money. Now we're not going to lose any money. Now when we go into Fartcoin and Bitcoin, we are now in profit, and we're going to set the stop loss right at break even. So we now can't lose. Now this is just showed you this is how you can protect yourself. We saw the entries, we saw the momentum, and now we're acting on it, and we protected ourselves if the market wants to go against our position of what we just put in, of what we're betting on. We're trading very specific coins, though, that are moving very strong with Bitcoin. And you can see them. Let's see. Trading volume. Trending on DexScan. Fartcoin is just trending like crazy on USDC pairs, Sol pairs. The trading volume right now is insane. Fartcoin is up there with like Hedera and Chainlink. I mean, it's getting up there. Then also we have Pepe is still one of the top 10 traded coins out of the whole space. Look, Sui. Solana trading volume is really high right now. Oof. Okay, so all right, that Bitcoin stop loss got hit real quick. As you can see, it can change real fast. But still, it looks like we're cranking up on this momentum, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, but we do have the Fartcoin trade is holding strong. But man, what the heck? That got triggered. So that was Look at this. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. This is, look at this. It's right. Oh, it's crushing into this point of control. We could be trading right back into this level of 83.3 or 83.2. Okay. Let's get real tight here. Man. Stop loss. The percentage. This is tricky. So it's volatile right now. No doubt. All right, my price I think we're about to break back into 83,300. Maybe even a little higher. Man, if we could just hold this right here, we got to hold 81.8. If we could hold 81.8, this is really nice support. We just got to hold 81.8, baby. Woo! Yeah, as I say, if we can hold this, is really great support. I know, I see it. Come on, bulls. Hold that line. Hold that price line. That's a great support. Hold that price line. Smashing it. All right, so level respected. It's getting volatile. 90. I was probably right here at this wick right here. 93, 92. What is it? 9290, 92, maybe 8, 9290 exactly. We'll be at $97 profit. That's if we break out. We have to break this resistance that we just hit right here. You can see it kind of like all through there. You got to really break through. Bitcoin is really respecting these levels right now. We're coming in with volume. The bulls are being favored. Coinbase showing a little bit of a lag between OKX and Binance. You can see Binance is hitting up at 82.3. Coinbase is a little bit lagged behind because it's with the dollar. So Coinbase with the US dollar, but then Binance, you can see with that USDT coming in hot, coming in hot. Fartcoin is breaking out of a cup and handle pattern that was validated multiple places. Multiple places we've seen this cup and handle forming on Fartcoin. Come on, baby. We really just pushed through this really nice. Pushed through this point of control. Just don't want it to be a fake out. Jeez. Freaking volatility if I've ever seen it, man. if it could just, it's got to break this. We break this here, we can really push through. I mean, if you're looking at the daily, it wants to do it so bad. It wants to clear this dollar. It really wants to clear this dollar range. Bitcoin just is playing these games, baby. All right, we got 10 minutes left of the stream. Eyeing that 90 cents. Man, it's really eyeing that 90 cents. It wants it so bad. Man, it's like really, really going for it. I appreciate you guys tuning in today. Thank you. Man. Falling through. Okay. Gosh. Oh, man. Come on, Bitcoin. Oh, my God. Look at this. Oh, Jesus. This is a freaking nightmare. What are they doing? Stop it. They're shaking. Freaking shaking and baking right now. Freaking shaking and baking us right now. It could be possible that we fall through this floor right here. They fake us out. Faking us out hard. Yep. Closing it. Man. What a freaking fake out. These fake outs, man. Okay. Well, we got out. We got out in profit still. Didn't scalp as well as we wanted. We were up in profit. We still took in profit, but that was not the levels that we wanted to exit out. As you can see here, we bought at 87.9. 87.9 and sold at 88.17. As you can see here, Bitcoin look. Oh! Could this be confirmation? I don't know. We're going to... Like I said, we are going to catch these ranges. We're going to catch that range. This better not be faking us out right now. Man, in between two ranges right here, 81.8, point of control, 82,000. We proved that we're not going to fall through. I know this would not just yet. It's not confirmed. Ooh, man, are we already hitting the stop loss here and trying to chase this one? We might have to stop chasing and call it a day. Man, they're really faking people out right now. Okay. All right. Could be. Oh, that was looked like that was going to be a bounce, man. Right there. We could be eyeing this lower range in between. It's a really tricky range right here. Look at that. Oh my gosh. What in the freaking... Did you just see that? Wow. Did you just see that? What the hell? Craziness. Craziness. What's going on, Piper Crew? I know you're getting ported over here, but I can still stream for maybe like 5 more minutes, but just smash the like button. We've been streaming since 9:30. We were doing a market open stream. We are currently in a breakout prop challenge to get our account to 5,500 equity, and we are past halfway there. We have solidified $306 in profit, and we are trading specific coins right now. We were trading Fartcoin, Sui, Solana, and Bitcoin. And we were trading some pretty tight ranges and from yesterday, and we did pretty well. But now we're currently looking at some very scammy wicks here on Coinbase. Look, Coinbase spiked a wick up here, scammed the crap out of people, and now we're possibly ranging back down into this level. But we just need to see what the heck is going on here with these freaking wicks, man. Look at that. Boom. Scammy wick. Look at that wick. Shing. Who knows if we're gonna actually get back into the point of control, but we're waiting. We're kind of waiting. We missed the bottom here. We were trying to get into this tight range here, and we missed it. But it's like this thing wicked. This thing wicked, and it oh my gosh. So could that just be a trap where they trapped you? But you can see some volume coming in. The 45-minute. Look at these candles. Boom, boom. Could be trying to. We have a double top here a little bit. If you're looking on the 45-minute, you got one right there. You got that resistance here. But if we can break this, you can see the obvious target that we could be going to. But it's just a little tricky right now. I'd say it is a little tricky right now. It's not going to be easy to trade these ranges. They're swinging. It's swinging all around the place. All right, so let's look at let's look at Pepe. We're gonna look at Pepe. You putting the frog in? Let's look at Pepe. We'll see how Pepe's doing. Pepe is does trade along with Bitcoin and Ethereum pretty heavy. Yeah, that was such a scam. What a scammy wick. What a scammy wick that was. Did you see that, guys? That was just like, boom, and then they just dropped that sucker right back down. You can see it on the 5-minute here. Look at that. Ooh, oi. Scammy wick. Shoo. But let's see. Let's see. I appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you for getting you got re-diverted. You have been diverted. But we had been streaming since 9:30. We just market open stream. We were all live showing you guys the trading strategy, the risk management that you can take, and we were doing it live on these trades on the breakout prop fund, and we're showing you. Look, proof is in the pudding. Like we're going to make our goal. We will pass this, but we're doing it very calculated. We're not being a freaking degen. We're being very calculated, and we're watching levels. We're not shorting. That's the thing. We're not shorting. We're primary longing. We're waiting for support levels to be validated, and then we're longing on support where it's clearly has bounced. And we're setting our stop losses very tight at like 0.5%, at 1%. So then if it does turn down, we're only losing very small amounts, because if you breach your account, you do a max drawdown, that's it. It's over. And so this is just a really good opportunity to practice good, proper risk management, and to, the small losses, small wins. And then this is great. CryptoFace told me this. He said, look, small losses, small wins, just be surprised and excited when you hit the big ones and take them. Yeah, so if you guys go back, if you want to go back into the stream, there are sections where you'll see me closing trades, taking profit, re-entering back in, setting stop losses. You'll see it live. Everything that I've been doing, you can see it exactly how I'm doing it. And you can use this strategy on any platform. Say you're on OURBIT. You know, you want to make sure that you're getting your levels that you want set. You know, for instance, like I'm charting Fartcoin right now on OURBIT, and I'm seeing on the daily that we've been breaking out of a cup and handle pattern. You know, I'm measuring the depth of the cup here, break of the handle, and as long as we continue the strength on Bitcoin and the volume, you know, Fartcoin has actually been following Bitcoin really strong. So you can see here on the 45-minute here, you can see that Fartcoin just follows the momentum of Bitcoin. Is what I've been noticing here. So the whales are I feel like are accumulating this freaking thing, and they're trading it too, because it's starting to get up in the ranks. So I'm looking at key levels. I'm seeing where there's some good entries. It's got to be backed by volume. It can't be fake like what just happened. Like, you know, we got a fake volume pump here, scammy wick candle to make you think that it's going to keep going right up here. So we got to watch those fake outs. We also have tariff news and all this stuff that just is all going all over the place. At any moment, we could have another freaking tariff announcement or some crap. But according to Donald J. Trump, we are doing really well on our tariff policy. Very exciting for America and the world. It is moving along quickly. All right, so if you guys really want to get into the meat of what we did today, definitely go back in the live stream, and you'll see where we think we did pretty well on nailing these entries. We're going to try again with Bitcoin here. It looks like we are going to break this. Okay, all right, we could break this. This could be a validation that we are going to actually swing up into this level. They could be, they could be coming in with a little bit more volume now. Yep. All right. Let's see. Now that could be some validation of breaking some of these levels. All right, so now we're going to do it here. We're going to do it here so you guys can see it, okay? So if this is being respected, we want to put in a long. We have some key levels that we'd like to hit. You can see the top of the band here. Got 85.8. We want to do a quick scalp. You got the wick and the resistance right here at 83.6 as a level. Your stop loss would be set below at the wick where we just ranged. You're risking you're risking just a very small amount to get to this breakout portion in range of Bitcoin. Eyeing that just right up into this range. We tested enough down, I think, and now have bounced off of that line that they could give it to us and break us through, get us to that top of the band. You see the band? 84.2. It's a good level. Right there, 84.2, 84.2. 84.2 could be where you would put your take profit. And see, because I'm at that point where I'm like, look, I'm up 300, I have 6, I'm willing to lose 6 to bet on this run right now because I'm feeling, I can see it. It looks like they could give it to us. We break this point of control. We're under the point of control with some high value nodes sitting right up here, cranking up into the 200-day moving average. So If we can get a good solid entry right now, we up the ante a little bit. We put our stop loss at only losing $6. I only want to lose $6. That's it. Yeah, I only want to lose like $5 right now. And I want to get an entry into 80, what was it? 83.6. Oh, whoops, no, price. 83,600. All right. And you can see the order. Projected loss, if it gets invalidated, is at 5. I'm willing to lose $5. It was just a one-day thing. Oh man, they're not giving it to us. That was a real tight stop loss. But like I said, I was willing to risk the 6. But yeah, today was I just had to start earlier, but this is not a normal time slot. Oh. So currently, if you're just tuning in, what we are doing is we are trying to pass our prop fund evaluation. Our prop fund evaluation is that we need to get to $500 in equity with 5,000. So we're at 5,298 at the peak. We were just with unrealized profits with some of those trades when we were catching this, some of this runs right here. We were up close to 5,360. So we're getting very, very close. But we have to just take it easy. Take the small wins. But we do have to watch Bitcoin. We're going into the lunch hours. So, if anything, momentum could be clipped here and then wait until later. But thanks for coming in, Army Piper. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. Oh, I'm sure you guys got some awesome alpha from Army Piper. Army Piper knows a lot more about all that CPI and PPI and, all that macro, micro market trend data. I am not the guy for that. I'll tell you though, this price action is interesting. It's like it wants to go, and I'm just being very cautious on if we're really going to actually catch this run, because if we do, when we break this level right here, we will shoot to this range in between 85 and 86. And I don't want to be on the other side of it. I want to be on the side of that run. And it looks like they're really tricking us right now with this movement, this candle. And it is what it is. It's the nature of trying to find and really catch a range, because we're wanting to act like a whale right now. We're really sitting at a nice spot where we could just crush right back up into 83.3. We just don't want to get fooled. We don't want to get fooled. Just make sure you guys are smashing up the like button. We got 47 people in here. If we can get the likes actually straight, just crush them. Crush them up real quick, real fast. If you're watching on the TV, hit up, right, select. That's how you hit the like button on your TV. If you're watching on your fancy TV above your fireplace with the freshly skinned bear rug on the ground. And if you are watching on your phone, obviously just it's free. It's no KYC. I think 83.3 is a good level. But we just really gotta hold the line here. But you know what? I think this level could be respected. We could be respected at 83.3, right back with the Bollinger Band. If we can crush through this 20 SMA, the point of control, we get some volume, then we can hope for the best. But right now we're trading a tricky range, because at any moment they could roll it over on us. You can see it kind of right here. If they wanted to roll it over on us, all they'd have to do is bring us right back here. Okay. And then we have a double bottom bounce, and then they give it to us. So we just have to be patient, because that could also be a factor to watch out for. Is like, if they're not going to push us up to the 20 SMA and the point of control like right now on this candle, then I would expect price to just be magnetizing down into this range, especially because there's not really much volume right now that's pushing this. Unless all of a sudden volume just starts coming in and it just breaks. It's tricky. This is a tricky range. But we have been trading it. It's been a bit of a tricky range. If there's 43 people watching and the likes aren't up equivalent to how many people are watching, YouTube is going to go, nope. They're going to go, nope on a rope, and they're not going to push this thing out. They're not going to put my channel in front of people. They're nasty like that. YouTube be playing them games. Playing them games. I like this. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I think this might be a good spot. We're still going to be like super tight on the stop losses. $83,336, $83,402. What do you think about 83,336? That's a good. I love the threes. The 333. 83,336. At least close to it. Okay. Projected profit 64. Let's go. All right. All right, they're going to give it to us. Cool, we broke it. All right. So if they weren't going to give it to us in that candle, popping up onto the 20 SMA, then they're going to roll it. Then they going to roll it over on us, but they might not roll it over on us this time. They'll actually give it to us. Break that point of control. We break this, turn this into support. We got great support right here with these two candles, and could be giving it to us right now. We'll see. Could be giving it to us right now. With that recovery, we can also look at the other coins like Pepe. Also, a good range chart would be to also catch Sol. We were just took profit at 120, and if we can get some strength on Sol as well, along with Bitcoin. Yeah, we could get a nice range trade on Sol as well. As you can see here on the 15-minute, how it has made a pretty decent double bottom here. With some volume, that could be a nice scalp from 118 to 121, 118 to 121. Very small move, fraction move. But it's all relative to Bitcoin. They're really wicking this thing around, I'll tell you what. they're really wicking. Looks like an uptrend to me, but they're just faking people out. It's an uptrend, but they're really shaking. They're shaking the traders. You know, they're shaking the traders. They're really high leverage traders is what they're doing. Think they're shaking people. They're like, ah, they're like, ah, shake them out. They're really shaking them out, shaking the traders, shaking them, shake and bake. Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bacon. Yeah, Sol actually looks good. 118. Nice 118 buy. We'll just put in a nice small order. And we are going to be super, super aggressive. Like we said, we're being aggressive as hell. At 120, 120. Maybe increase the lot. Ooh, it's starting to run. Dang, okay. What 18, let's say market. We missed that bottom. We were trying to get that bottom at 118. Now we're probably about 119. Dang. Okay. It's a moment. I think it's momentum. Momentum's up. Want to take profit at 121, 121 for 5. 121 for 5. We're going to put 121. Projected profit. How do you see Binance Futures listing XCN affecting the price? Probably going to dump it, and then it'll pump. Every Binance listing with futures, it dumps. They'll pump it at first. The day it lists, they'll pump it, and then they'd short it. Textbook. And I'll prove it to you. Binance listing, pump, dump. Binance listing, pump, dump. Binance listing, pump, dump. Binance listing, pump, dump. They do it every single time. It's no different. Watch them pump it and dump it. So just be prepared for massive volatility because they will pump it and then they will dump it. That's just what they like to do. They pump it and then they dump it. Still think with the momentum of Bitcoin kind of chopping up here, we're going to dude, they do it. They do it to almost every coin. I see on every single exchange. It's not even Binance. It's just exchanges. The traders know that when they list these things, you got to be quick. It's like immediately it goes up and then they short it. And then at the point where it hits that peak, that's your baseline price of just know you're going 50% down from there. It's just like, look at every single coin. It's done it. It's basically done that. So just watch out for those listings. Unless you're going to be like a ninja, you got to be in and out and know that probably at one of those points will be a pretty damn good time to short because you just see the charts that I just showed you. It's pretty nasty, but they love doing it. They're money hungry. All right, we can only stream for 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we gotta step away. Gotta pick up our daughter. It was early release day, and they did some cool stuff. They did like a little dinner, a little Passover dinner. So I think she had some fun today, doing some interesting, cool stuff. Yeah, we just traded really nice into the 20 SMA, right in the point of this control. Like, we're going. Look at this guy. I told you. I was just telling you. We get through that and we're breaking. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's push it. Volume kind of dropped on Fartcoin here, but it was started to wick. Oh, it's wicking. It's doing the wiki stuff, but it's okay. Man, it's really swinging. We got a green dot though on the cipher. We got some nice money flow coming in. Let's just let it play out. Let it play out. Just let it play out. I'd really appreciate it if we could get the stream to 30 likes or even 40. If we could get it to 40 before we end, that would be amazing. Yeah, they're coming in with volume. Look at that. If we break this Bollinger area right here, then it's going to shoot to 91 cents. Sorry, guys. I know I just got like real silent, but it's just because things are happening and I'm trying to focus. We've got to turn this into support. If we can turn this into support, we will break. We will probably break 83.3. There it is. Okay. Getting a nice cross here on the moving averages, the EMA crossover. Anytime good moving averages right there cross over, even on the short time frames, you can see that it can break bullish. We're getting close to the take profit hit on Fartcoin, but it's really playing around with these previous resistance levels here. You got two different wick resistance at 90, at 92, at 92 cents. We have our take profit set at 91. Oh. Okay, Bitcoin hit that resistance. Hopefully we'll hit that TP1. We could quick close. Stalled out a little bit. Woo, man. Gotta hold that. Come on, Bitcoin. Let's go. Let's go. Let's push it. Come on, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. You can do it. Hold the line, baby. Let's go. Hold the freaking line. Come on. You can push through this. This is easy. This is an easy level to break through. Right there. We got right there. Look at that. Come on. This is nothing. This is nothing. Come on, Biddy. Let's go. Shit. Man, we missed that peak TP right here. 91.5, man. 91.79. So freaking close. Ah, they're dropped. Oh, man. These freaking games, dude. Look at this. Oh, man. Whoa. Dang, it was so close. Breaking that level. Oh, my gosh. Damn. I'm supposed to bring it right back in entry, you son of a guns. Come on. Ah, that was it. That was the freaking spot. It was right there. Oh my gosh. It was right fucking there. Excuse my language. It was right there. Grrrg. Ooh, I gotta, all right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta end this thing. Man, this is just like, ugh. It's tough to walk away from the screen right now because it's just like, it's all this freaking volatility. All right, well, let's hope these levels get respected and we pump right back up to 83.3. We can hit our take profits and we'll be good to go. But if not, it's okay. We're still in profit and we'll be good. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If we can get all the likes smashed when on the way out, and make sure you guys are using all the links in the description. If you want to directly support the channel, it's the best way that you can directly support this channel by using and trading on my links in the description. And yeah, just happy trading. Good luck for the rest of the day and for the weekend here. Let's see how this market starts to trade up. Let's see. Let's see what happens. All right, guys. See you later. Wish me luck on getting to 500 here. Wish me luck.